Alright, sports fans, back again with another Q&A. Question today is from Ryan, who asks, how are the lats properly engaged in the lifts, especially the snatch? I often hear to sweep the bar back into you, but I've also heard that this is incorrect. Welcome to the internet, Ryan. In the past, I've had some coaches tell me I was too lat-ty from sweeping the bar back to me too much, I guess. At the moment, I feel like things look and feel all right technique-wise, but as a coach, I don't know how to teach it with full confidence. It seems like a nuanced technique point that I would appreciate your help with. Thanks. Okay. First of all, it's not really that nuanced. The problem is that it's just been confused and misrepresented and misunderstood over and over. It's like a game of telephone, right? The original instruction was probably really simple and straightforward, and then 45 different people got a hold of it and made Instagram posts about it and things like that, started adding new terms to it and made it really more confusing than it needs to be. What you have to do is twofold. You need to maintain the balance of the bar body system over the feet, right? That's number one. Number two, you have to keep the bar and the body as close to each other as possible. That's it. How you do that is the technique, but those are the two things that you have to do. So when you are pulling the bar, and you are typically, when you're above the knee, the shoulders will be slightly in front of the bar, right? So as you're coming off the floor, that bar should be pretty much directly above, or excuse me, the shoulder should be directly above the bar. As that bar moves towards the knees, those shoulders are going to move forward of the bar a little bit. At that point, if you are not actively keeping the bar close to you, that bar will want to swing forward away from the body because your arms are basically a pendulum, right? So at that point, you have to do something to prevent the bar from moving away, or you can look at it as actively bringing the bar toward your body. That said, it's not just the lats, it's also the shoulders, it's also partly your posture. The more upright your posture is, rather than letting yourself tip forward, the easier this is going to be. The problem that we see is that a lot of people get obsessed with this idea of, as you say, sweeping the bar in, and they will push that bar so far back that it's actually over their heels, which means that the entire balance of the system is too far back towards the heels, rather than just keeping everything focused directly over the foot, right? So it is the reason I don't like the term sweep is that makes it sound like this really significant, dramatic motion, when in reality it's very subtle. That bar is not going to move more than a couple inches at most, depending on your proportions, depending on your posture. The more upright you are, the less it moves. And more importantly, you are not moving the bar really relative to the foot. Okay, so if your foot is your static position, the bar really is staying in about the same spot. It's going to come in towards you slightly as it moves towards the hip. The problem is that people are moving that bar way too far back, pushing their hips far back to allow themselves to sweep the bar farther back, and they end up really back on their heels, either jumping backward or jumping forward as a result, because they push the bar so far back to the hip that the entire time the hips are coming forward as they extend, they're pushing the bar horizontally, which is what we don't want. So the way I look at it is this. As you're setting your start position, you are trying to extend your entire back, right? That includes the upper back. The lats are a natural part of that effort to extend the upper back and depress the shoulder blades, right? So if you are setting that back position tightly as you should, you already have plenty of tension on the lats, and that will naturally help keep the bar in against your body as the shoulders move slightly in front of the bar. It is not some additional action you have to perform once the bar passes the knee, right? It's not some big motion of you pushing the bar back towards yourself. It's really a maintenance of tension to prevent the bar from moving away. So set your back position really tight. Make sure your posture and your balance over the foot is correct. Just keep the bar as close to your legs as possible without dragging until they contact completely at the hip. And beyond that, stop overthinking it. It's not that complicated.
Greg Everett with Catalyst Athletics here. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you have questions, post them in the comments. I answer all of them. Also check out catalystathletics.com for the biggest Olympic weightlifting exercise library out there, along with hundreds of free articles and videos and other resources for both athletes and coaches.